Military-grade alien technology. Military-grade alien technology has been artificially written into the various reversal field grid networks, as well as have manifested independent harm from their technologies of military weapons, genetic experiments, timeline programs, artificial intelligence, holographic inserts and astral mirages, human abductions, tagging/tracking and astral plane manipulation. A massive 5D base and 3D time field connector point was found operating in Lima, Peru, on the coast in the county of Miraflores. Miraflores is Spanish for looking at the flowers. The flowers they were looking at, in this case, is the living lotus flower of a crysted, pure diamond heart complex. This alien machinery is used to create a Nubian black hearts which are a part of metatronic reversal current that is designed to shatter the permanent seed atom of the crystal heart and manifest dark flowering in the planet and humanity. Essentially, this is an attempt to disconnect the human energy field from interfacing with the organic biological neural networks of the planet Earth. This base was planning more aggressive technology usage with the upcoming electrical peak. Zeta seal and frequency fences. Military-grade alien technology has been artificially written into the various reversal field grid networks, as well as have manifested independent harm from their technologies of military weapons, genetic experiments, timeline programs, artificial intelligence, holographic inserts and astral mirages, human abductions, tagging/tracking and astral plane manipulation. One particular distortion we'd like to bring to your attention is the Zeta seal, because these implants have been more active in the general 3D population during this time of transition to the next harmonic universe, which is bringing much higher frequencies to be exposed to the masses. The Zeta seal is located in the astral plane layers of the heart complex to block activation of the fourth DNA strand, which blocks access to the higher intelligence of the mentor fields, first layer of the higher self-mind, in the fifth dimension. It is designed to interfere with the nadial structure which instructs the human nervous system and communicates with the circuitry of the human heart. Electrical impulses are generated from the light body via the nadial structure, which is a spiritual body part. It is made up of a webbing of energetic receivers and energetic transmitters that are intrinsic to the interconnected messaging functions in the human soul-spirit consciousness layers. The Zeta seal is essentially the 4D frequency fence placed in the human body to keep the human soul reincarnating under the control of the Na during the death process. It creates a multitude of blockages that separate the heart's sensory abilities from being recognized by the mental body or conscious mind. See Alien Implants. This blog is to memorialize current events and bring into transparency with compassionate witnessing more information about Zeta seals in the heart chakra that create scrambling between the heart transmission and brain receiver. The Zeta seal has connections to historical military events as well as current military links that connect directly to the grey alien agendas of hybridization and breeding programs, and or MyLab abduction. Recently, events have opened up timelines related to Zeta seals and 4D implants that block the heart organ for its capability to access its multidimensional layers in the heart complex and the etheric nadis in the nadial structure, which is the blueprint for the CNS and brain receiver. Zeta seals are also related to the military-industrial complex timelines. These seals are on the first layer of the heart chakra, which puts a barrier between the heart and the mental body transmission. It is a type of split attack that scrambles the communication between the heart transmission and the brain receiver. When this is implanted, the person cannot feel much as energy in the environment, and it appears to be reinforced or strengthened when entering military service. This military-grade alien technology is sprayed/injected in many military-related areas, military-related rituals or ceremonies or any kind of military exposure. There is a lot of this split attack used as psychotronic warfare to control the public, and the Zeta seal is still operating in much of the 3D public. Since most of humanity has been unable to activate the higher heart complex and connect the fourth DNA strand during adolescence and into adulthood, Over the length of time the chemicals distort patterns in DNA that accumulate miasmatic overlays on core emotional issues and physical imbalances. This is not natural. If a human being cannot activate their heart and access their fourth strand of DNA, they are unable to activate their soul identity. Thus, they are unaware of why they incarnated on the earth, what their higher purpose is, and cannot connect to or listen to their higher self, because they have not activated higher sensory perception abilities. 7D Alien Base Phantom Wormhole, an example of remote viewing this area. This is a sample of how the military grey alien technology and human military shadow government are using this grey alien technology from this alien base located in Peru, a huge square field of thousands upon thousands of machine technology devices in hyperdimensional pockets that appeared as futuristic solar panels lined up in perfect rows, side by side, in square and rectangular shapes, are used as a soul capturing and energy capturing technology. This massive field of energy capture devices direct massive amounts of planetary line current power to the black hole technologies, BHT, that are used all over the globe to instigate destruction on the surface. Recently, attempts to use black hole technology to weaken the North American seaboards was instigated and stabilized by Guardians. These square rectangles are artificial tile-e spheres that work similar to embedded TV screens that refract light into assorted images, so this appears to be a refractive light and image capturing technology. It captures and directs energy quanta while capturing snapshots of souls, capturing animals, capturing nature, whatever levels of soul and genetic imaging capture that would mirror an exact replica of the item/person/animal in a holographic projection into another phantom dimension. The phantom dimension is projecting an artificial timeline for the future direction of the soul consciousness that is being captured. The opening into the phantom dimension has feed lines that influence 7D phantom artery and wormhole intersections, as well as access into the 7D logos magnetos, or into the planetary brain controls. The soul capture devices create probable future timelines for that person/animal here on 3D Earth presently, as its replica parallel clone that is leading it towards its own pathway of destruction into a phantom dimension of enslavement and eventual consumption by these negatives, in the controlled artificial intelligence future timelines. This is exactly like understanding the computer technology of a mirror site server and how it works. When one wants to have multiple copies, clones, of the same website content accessible in many countries, they will create a duplicate of the original site and replicate its projection onto many internet IP addresses, which are vector locations throughout time and space. This soul capture technology was doing exactly that. Whomever is not soul connected, interfacing with and connecting directly with their soul body, or an innocent bystander, like an animal or mammal, such as the 900+ dolphins recently killed in Peru waters, and another 600 pelicans that sacrificed themselves, a negative form projection of their genetic signature would be captured and projected into the siphoning device replicating that into the phantom field, to simultaneous power and feed the operation of the black hole technologies. This technology was getting upgrades and they were testing it in the planetary field for about 60 to 90 days, testing it in 5D, 3D and parallels. The plan was to roll out a big black hole technology agenda, Planetary Soul Capture Extravaganza, Agenda 3. The next generation of this alien technology being developed for use in this timeline was being designed for another purpose. The next generation technology was to splinter the solar plexus, so that the soul body could not connect into the still point areas of the light body. This works like a reversal clamp with teeth, inside the solar plexus into a focal point where the soul and spiritual energy bodies actually embody in the physical biology. There is a point inside the solar plexus that functions with the heart and still point that needs to be open to receive the spiritual frequencies of their own soul body. If they are successful in blocking this solar plexus function, the person will not be spiritually activated in the coming cycle, and the soul can be captured and harvested without any resistance or fight from the person it actually belongs to. This way their negative form clone is safe and working for them in the parallel dimension, of which the person who has been captured will eventually meet his destiny to merge with that clone body in the future lifetime. This would also create potential bodies for takeover for assorted levels of possession, depending on the now future anticipated needs for gaining access to bodies. Additionally, these technologies manipulate time and space, and create spin-offs of artificial realities and artificial timelines, which in itself create damage in the organic time and space fields. The design of this is called Looking Glass technology, and it's a time travel system given to the military complex and is being used by both grey aliens and human military in this timeline. Since it's inorganic technology, when they time travel many times what they see as probable events are limited to their current mental perception. Many do not know their limited mental perception is not the organic ascension timeline that trumps their artificial technology. Pay attention if you are asked to cooperate with this function, as this makes it easier for the Guardian Mentor Band to help support your reclamation or healing as smoothly and quickly as possible. 10th Gate Armageddon software. Apparently Ezekiel had another birth name and was the master teacher to Pythagoras. As the sacred Decad architecture is being revealed through the Ophiuchus transmission, the being known as Ezekiel has required assistance to help him be freed from enslavement bonds. His original teachings have been vastly distorted for nefarious purposes. 4 Guardian teams have been working in the Middle East, in the terrain of Iraq/Iran in the 10th Stargate, and at the Tomb of Ezekiel. The Tomb of Ezekiel is a structure located today in southern Iraq, and believed to be the final resting place of Ezekiel. It has been a place of pilgrimage for both Muslims and Jews alike. Ezekiel's higher monadic body has been trapped in the earth, unable to evolve. We viewed a collective chaotic field of human body parts, elementals, creatures, and a monadic man, contorting within the tetramorphic field. This entity has been in tremendous pain and suffering, from the variety of impaling, crucifixion and torture he has undergone in a continuing war zone. This collective field is a human monadic man that became consubstantial to elementals in the location of Iraq/Iran in the 10th Stargate. The bodies are mismatched and enmeshed like in a war zone. It is used by NAR forces. This body is a huge black and grey field that feeds and is impaled on the Golden Eagle grid network. This is a fallen elemental and false tetramorphic field structure where a man's body was mingled into corrupted elementals/elements. This machinery has something to do with military, killing and manifesting war zones in the males on the planet and transmitting mind control in the Jeg fields that transmit to the planet. There is a network of Islamic alien machinery at the Ezekiel grave in the Middle East, and a very heavy infiltration of terrorism, jihad and hatred attached as mind control. ISIS portal. There are Hibiru tribes related to fallen Melchized lineages with this creature that was once a human male. Tribes of Manasseh, Joseph and Benjamin have been highlighted. This is a piece of the station of identity of a man known as Ezekiel, that has split off from this body and exists somewhere in the monadic timelines. The books of Ezekiel contain gruesome accounts of the Gog and Magog war. This relates to the Armageddon software heavily implanted in the majority of the population in the region. Created by TI-3000 MindGuard operating systems,